So poultry production can make you a multi-millionaire very quick. But before you start making that huge amount of money, you have to pay careful attention to some of the mistakes that I made when I was starting my layers farm. If you're here for the first time, you can go through my channel, you see my poultry farm, you see the activities that I've been doing for many years in poultry production. Now, before I invested in poultry production, I took 2 years to learn how to keep birds. So in those 2 years, all I was doing, I was studying broilers. So I have a good understanding on broilers production. So along the line, I decided, okay, let me see if I can do layers, which is a long story that I'll also share with you. Then I added layers, and I made a very great mistake that cost me so much money. I lost my sleep, I lost my peace of mind, I lost so much. And if you're watching for the first time, or maybe some of you have even done poultry production before, you yourself, you have lost money in poultry, right? So what I'll be saying here might not be new to you, but to some persons it will be an entirely new thing. Maybe they have the passion, they want to go into poultry farming, they have been making research, and I believe that is even the research that brought you to this video. I want you to calm down. Don't rush, don't skip the video. Watch this video to the end so that you learn something that will save you money. I've lost the money so that you will not lose your own money. I passed through the mistake so that you can leverage on my knowledge. That is how life is. You mustn't learn by yourself. The truth of the matter is that we are all learning and will continue to learn. And even you, anytime you come into poultry business, you are still going to learn. But the truth is that you will not learn something that will kill you. You will learn in such a way that you make profit from day one. At least newer mistakes will come, but at least it will not be what would have saved you. So I wish someone would make such a video when I was starting out in poultry business, because for some of us, when we are starting out, all you could see, maybe you see people posting video of how many birds they have harvested. And you know, one thing with poultry is that calculating how much someone is making from poultry is very easy. So let's assume what is driving you to go into poultry farming now is that you have calculated how much a crate of egg is in Nigeria, in your local government, in your state. You know that one crate is around 6,000 or 7,000. So you're now checking, okay, if I should have 10,000 birds, I'll be harvesting nothing less than, say, 500 crates. So because of that, you are moved into poultry. You now check 500 crates multiplied by 7,000. You say, oh my God, you'll be making. Now, these are some of the calculations I did myself. I did those calculations when I was investing in poultry. Now, one of the mistakes I made series of mistakes, like 5 in all, and I'll be sharing them with you because I don't want you to make them. They are common to beginners. They will definitely not be new to you if you have been into the business or you have tried it before. But if this is your first time, you will avoid them completely by watching this video. This is another masterclass that I know you will not see anywhere on the internet or any book I've documented it. It's coming from my brain, from my mistakes that I've made. So I made 5 mistakes that I want you to avoid. There are not many, just 5. These 5 mistakes will crumble any investment that you make. Now, you and I know that poultry production is capital intensive. Like now, currently, I'm consulting for someone who is going into commercial poultry production of 10,000 capacity. And the money we are going to spend on birds alone, because we are starting with point of laying, which I will also explain in this video. And one bird is around 5,500. Now, multiply that by 10,000. Now, when you're done with that, we are buying battery cage. Now, buying a battery cage that can take up to 10,000 birds, we'll be spending money in millions. When we are done with that, we also budget money for solar, because the farm will be fully run on solar system. The solar system they gave us, the estimate is about 25 million. So with all this money, if we invest such an amount in poultry production without watching this video, without listening to this master class, it's guaranteed that you're going to fail in that business. It will not be bad government alone, it will not be witchcraft, but it will be just pure lack of knowledge. So this is what I want you to learn. I want you to learn this mistake that I've made. Number one mistake I made was that I bought point of laying bears. I bought point of laying bears. Now, what was the idea behind me jumping the process of trying to raise the bears myself into going to, okay, let me buy point of lay that already 16 weeks, so that I would just boost them small and then they start producing egg for me. Now, it was because I knew I needed money. My company needed money. We needed quick money so that we'll be able to settle the debt that we had. We don't want to be making money that will be coming once in a month. I needed daily cash because there were many expenses that were incurring on the farm on daily basis. And if I'm not making daily cash, how can I chase these expenses? So I took that as an opportunity. I said, okay, let's go with 10,000 capacity. So I called my engineer, we did the construction, build the whole pen. So when we are done with that, I traveled down to Kaduna, met some guys that are into battery cage, both foreign and locally fabricated cage. They told me the cost of the cage. I paid the money. It took me to a big farm, a very massive farm that was owned by one of the colonel here in Nigeria, army colonel. And he was that, I think that is what they do in that farm. They produce bears and sell at point of laying. Now, when I went to that farm, I was confident that if this is what these guys do here, it means that the bears I'm going to buy will be healthy. It means that they were properly cared for, right? So I was confident because I don't want to say, okay, they are not legit, not like they were roadside. I'm talking of a farm that is having over 100,000 capacity, point of laying all year round. That is what they do back to back. They are not rearing their bears to full production stage. They rear them once they get to point of laying, they dispatch. So they already have the market of people who were always coming to them to buy their bears. So I was confident. Now, as at that time, I bought one bed. I think it was around 3,500 or 4,000. It was not up to 5,000 like now. So I bought almost at 3,000 plus bears because I didn't want to start with the full capacity. Though it was 10,000 capacity, I didn't want to start with 10,000. So I said, let me start with 3,500. Of course, I bought more than that, but that was my estimate. So let me start with those ones. Why? When I make money from those ones, I will now expand my pen gradually. Now, the goal was that I wanted to be making nothing less than saving nothing less than 600,000 every week on my farm. That is after I've removed my money for expenses and many other things. I should save 600,000 every week on the farm. As at that time, 600,000 per week was big money. It's not like now. If I'm going into poultry farm now, I'll be targeting to save 1 million plus every day, not a week, right? But as at that time, it was a big goal. So the point of laying that I bought, we brought the bears. And now, from the day of transporting these bears from Kano to Benue State, we had mortality. We had serious mortality. Why? Due to stress. It was a long distance, and you know how good our roads are in Nigeria. So it was a long distance. The drivers will have to stop on the way, sprinkle water on the bears, move again, stop, sprinkle water on the bears. But when the bears got to the pen, we recorded mortality. So from day one, I've lost few bears already due to what? Distance. Now, that is error number one of buying point of lay. You're buying bears that are fully matured and they are not too strong to undertake long distance travel. So if you're looking at point of laying, this is another lesson. The source where you're buying your bears from should be closer to you. It should be closer to you. If the source is too far, you spend a lot, and when the probability of you losing the bears is also high, they will not give you extra. It's not their business. It's you that took the risks. So when I bought point of laying, the bears came in. Now, another mistake, because I was a beginner in that area, I didn't know that, okay, if I go to that farm, I was supposed to get their medical record. That is, what kind of vaccine they give their bears. At week what have they given the vaccine? How many vaccinations have they given? Because you need to know the total vaccine they have given their bears. When you don't know the vaccine that the bears have received, some farms, that is where you need to get a high trustworthy vendor. Some farms, they will not be able to spend all the money needed for vaccination. And I believe that was the same thing that happened to this farm in Kaduna that I bought bears from. Because it was so a large farm, I'm not sure they'll be able to give all the bears the right quantity of vaccine that they're supposed to give. So when the bears came in, we started having mortality. Newcastle. Now this Newcastle was supposed to tackle from week 4 of those bears on that farm. I didn't know how they did the vaccine, whether all the bears got the vaccine to even drink in the first place, whether they have given all the vaccination. So most of the challenges that vaccine and the right medical attention would have cure, we saw it in my farm. And because I was working hand in hand with the vet doctor, he was pointing out the mistakes for me, showing me that this is what could be the problem, because these symptoms is as a result of this so and so vaccination that was not properly given. And as at this time, I cannot go back to the farm and start complaining. I can't go back to the farm and start telling you that the bears supplied to me are bad. I've spent a lot of money already. Only the bears was close to 6 million, right? Only the bears at that time. Cost of logistic. Then I will not talk of the battery cage, how much I spend on installation. I will not talk of building the pen, how much I spend on zinc, wood. All those money were tied down there. So the challenge was that the point of laying bears I bought, I did not even receive their medical reports. So if you're buying bears, ask for the farm record. Let them show you even a photocopy. You receive it and you hand it over to your vet doctor, so that your vet doctor will know the kind of vaccination those bears were giving and at what quantity they were given, so that he will know where to continue treating the bears. When you just receive your point of laying, the person is going to start medical attention blindly. I've managed a poultry farm for someone in Abuja, a very big poultry farm. While I was there, we keep detailed record of all the vaccine. If we buy drugs, we will write the drugs, we will write even the brand in our record sheet. Because I kept that record, because if I leave this farm or the vet doctor leave this farm and another person comes in, he can pick from where we stop. He will know the kind of vaccination we bought, the kind of medical drugs we bought, how many bears, at what months have we given them. I bought bears without those reports. And at the end of the day, the doctor was just guessing to treat my bears. And it's like the Newcastle vaccine, they gave them feed. Okay, so let's repeat. Now, let me tell you the truth. We have to repeat all the vaccination. Or I don't want to tell you how much you spend on that, but you are intelligent enough to know that it costs a lot. Because there was no report. I couldn't go back to them and start asking, because one, they can even lie to you. That is how it is. So point of laying is good, but it has so much challenges. So you have to be very careful. Get your bears from a trustworthy vendor. And then the second mistake I made that made me to lose in this business was that I employed amateurs only. I employed people that have never run a poultry farm. I think one of my staff that I employed there, I met him from a restaurant. There was this restaurant that was close to me, but as at that time I was not married. So once I closed from my farm, if I'm tired, I would just go there, buy food. I was not cooking. I would just buy food from them. So the guy was very nice to me. Anytime I come, he know my soup. He will prepare everything. Now sometimes I'll come late. He will wait for me. He will dish my food and keep it somewhere. Sometimes food will finish in that restaurant. I'll come. He will serve me. So I love what the guy was doing, taking good care of what my needs, paying good attention. So because of that, when I was starting my farm, I reached out to him. I say, young man, you're starving food here. Will you want to work with me? Say, sir, I'm interested. I want to work with you. I say, okay, this is a business I do. I'm into poultry farming. You work as my poultry attendant. See your salary. I've given you accommodation. I'll be giving you food. He said, yes. Right? The offer was too sweet. So the guy came. Now, he was sincere. I don't want to say he was so sincere, but he was not a bad person. Let me just put it that way. He was not a bad person. But at the end of the day, he didn't know how to take care of bears. Joshua Selman will always say you can be in sincere ignorance. It's not that you know and you purposely decide not to do the right thing, but you don't know in the first place. So that was the kind of person that I employed. He was a very good guy, but he didn't know. Now, when I say I employ only amateurs, I would have employed those guys that were expert mixed with amateurs, so that they will be learning. teach them how to feed the birds, what time they should feed the birds. All those ones I was able to write out and give it to them. But people that have worked in poultry farm for many years, they can detect sicknesses of birds without guessing. They don't need anyone to tell them when the bird is sick. Due to they have worked with the birds for many years, they can tell. So when you're starting out your farm, don't just employ people that you have pity on. Employ people that have results. Then you can maybe add your cousin or your sister to it so that she's there to learn. Get an expert, pay them expert money. Let them stay on the farm with you. As they are working on the farm, your people that you have there, they are learning from them, and the farm is growing. You're using their knowledge to train other people. They will cost you more, but get them. And then the third mistake I made was that my vet doctor cheated me. That's sad. Together with my farm attendant stole from me. My vet cheated me. My farm attendant stole from me. Now, one thing is that once you are in ignorance, you'll be cheated and someone can steal anything that you have. It's written in the Bible. Jesus Christ was teaching and he said, if a strong man keep his goods in his house, it will take another stronger man to enter that house and collect what that man has. I don't know, that is not the right expression there, but it's like that. If a stronger man should keep his possession, it takes another stronger man to come first tie him down before stealing from him. So when your staff steal from you, when your contractor steal from you, it's because you don't have knowledge. That is a reality. You might feel maybe because they are bad people, but if only you have knowledge, you will know how to circumvent them. You will know how to defeat their craft. You will think ahead of them. So how did my vet doctor cheated me? Now, I never knew he was cheating until I was tired of spending money. So maybe a drug of 3,000, he can tell me 13,000 or 10,000, and I will buy it because he had a veterinary shop where he was selling livestock medicine, and he was also consulting for other farms. So I reached out to him. I said, okay, he also had a small farm. Since you have a small farm and you are a certified vet doctor, I would love to work with you. So when the guy came to my farm from day one, this my staff that I met from the restaurant and then converted him to work in my pen. He was very low at the start. Yeah. So when the vet doctor came to the farm, I introduced him to my boys. I told him that, okay, these are the guys that will be working with you on the farm. If they have any challenge, they can call you, the rest. So from day one, the guy, when he came and saw the massive facilities I had, the kind of project I was running there, rice processing, fish and everything, I noticed that his mood changed. But you know, when you're not spiritually discerning, so many things, they will even give you sign you won't know. If only I was spiritually sound as at that time, I would just tell him, Baba, we can't work together again. But because I was not, the guy just told me, okay, he can work with them. Meanwhile, when I left, that very day I left, I took my vehicle and I moved to another place. He spoke with my boys, showed them what to do, and then he also left. So the second day he came to the farm without me, and he met my staff, and he was telling my staff that this small boy that have this kind of thing, and see the way he's talking, he's talking as if he has plenty money, if not for opportunity. I'm a satisfied vet doctor, not like a quack roadside doctor. He you know, those kind of funny things. He was telling my staff those things. So they came back and told me that this is what this guy is saying, that me, I'm a small boy, it's just that me, I have luck, that I have money. He's a satisfied doctor. Very soon he will stop doing all this consultation. Oh my God, I am not the one that has to do the consultation. It's your job and you charge me, I paid. He was just to come to the farm, I think it was 3 times a month, apart from emergency, and I was paying monthly. That day I went to his office, that transfer his salary complete. But that is how human being are. When he came, he was threatened by what I was doing. He saw that after studying this thing for many years in school, he doesn't have it, and someone who read accounting in school is doing what he's supposed to do. But life is not like that. You're not in competition, my friend. So because he was not treating me with one kind. You understand how our people are in Africa. So he was treating me like that. So he now saw that, okay, this is an opportunity for me to make money out of this guy. He's a small boy. This money is too much. So any small thing, this guy will call big money for me. Now, how do I know he was cheating me? One day, he gave me quotation of 67,000. As at that time, my birds were dying every day, like 4, 20, 50, 100 were dying daily. So I was frustrated. All the money that I spent, the birds just started laying. We have not even started recovering one tenth of that money. So the birds were dying. So I knew that the only thing I need to do was to spend more money so that my birds don't die. I was frustrated. So any amount you call, I will just send. I will say, sir, are you sure if you do this one, the birds will survive? Yes, I will do transfer. I say, okay, do this one. I will send money. He will say, I do this one. So my account was on red. So that day I say no. I remember that one of my trustworthy vendor, she supplied birds to me, and we have been doing business for many years. And I call her. She's also my sister, but she's based in Ibadan. And I call her, say, sister, come. I know that in Ibadan, you guys have a big poultry farm. Definitely, you guys will have people that are selling poultry drugs. They say yes. I say good. This is the quotation that my vet doctor has given to me. Please use this to help me and check how much it will cost me to buy these same drugs in Ibadan. So she ran to the shop, gave them the record, and then they called me. So the vet doctor there insisted on speaking with me. So when I collected the phone, he said, who am I speaking with? I said, okay, my name is Denison. I have a poultry farm in Benue State. He said, okay, what is wrong with your birds? I explained to him, sent a video. He said, but this thing that you're saying, the description, or let me say the prescription given to me here will not solve the issue that you're saying. I say, wait, because I don't have good knowledge in that aspect. I say, wait, let me connect my vet doctor on phone so that you guys can talk, maybe share ideas, and let me know what to help to prevent my birds from dying. To cut the long story short, I connected them on phone. My vet doctor was now arguing with this other person, and this guy was like, me myself, I'm also a vet doctor. I've been in Ibadan here for many years. I have many fans of thousands of hundreds of capacity that I manage. So, but this prescription you're giving me is wrong. They were arguing. I said, okay, no sir, no problem. I ended the call, and I said, okay, give us a prescription that he just quoted for me. Don't worry, since he's the one managing the farm, let me not go ahead of me. Guess how much? All the drugs plus transportation from Ibadan to Makurdi was 38,000 naira. 38,000 naira. So when the drugs arrived plus logistical, when the drugs got down to Benue State to Makurdi, I called the vet doctor. I called more than 7 times. He did not pick. I said, oh my God. The birds were dying. My manager will call me. We have some that are non-dieseling. They are not strong. I was in the room. My heart was palpitating. I was like, if all these birds die now, what will I do? I'm owing. How can I survive? How will I make profit? How can I even recover the money that I have invested in this project? Right? So from there, my manager said, okay, let him look for another vet doctor, since this guy is not the only person. And I drop him a message. I said, okay, sir, the drugs we ordered from Ibadan have arrived. He did not pick. He did not respond. And that was the end of it. I waited for that full day. He did not respond. He did not call back. I called the second day. He did not pick. Till today, I still have his number in my phone. He has not picked my call. So my manager now said, okay, what we can do is that let's go and look for another vet doctor. So fortunately for him, he went out, started asking who is a vet doctor here, and then they refer him to one man. When he got there, the man is his uncle, like his direct blood uncle in the village. He didn't even know that he's also in Makurdi doing this kind of business. So the man rushed down to our farm. So when he came, he went through the farm. We showed him, this is a challenge we have. Our birds are dying. He now say, okay. So we now brought out the drugs. By then the drugs were in my house because we needed some that supposed to be in the fridge. So they were all in my house. My manager drove this vet doctor to my apartment. They came to my house. I met them outside and we spoke. I said, okay, bring out the drugs. Let me see. This thing I'm telling you, some of those drugs till today. This was 2021. till today, those one of the drugs is still in my manager's house. They are useless. The vet doctor collected it and said, okay, who gave you guys this prescription? I called the man's name. He said, no. These drugs are not it. They don't have any use to these birds. I'm telling you. He went to the farm, went and bought one small bottle of drug for 5,000. Enter the pen, do the injection, and within 24 hours, you know how birds react now. Within 24 hours, we saw changes instantly. I was like, so this is how this guy was doing me. He would just score figures, I will send money. He would just score figures, I will send money. But today, because I'm broke, money has finished. I say, okay, let me look for another source. Since we gave me quotation of 75,000, let me see if we can get cheap. Someone gave me, even the person is telling you this quotation, this prescription is wrong. You insisted, I bought. That was how I lose that deal. The best. So this vet doctor came, struggled with the best. He told me, young man, don't pay me. I'm happy to work for you because at your age, you're doing this. I will not charge you money. Let me just do this thing for you for free until your bird stabilize and start laying egg. If you want to be paying me, then we can discuss that. But as for now, don't pay me shishi. I'll work for you. And that was how this guy worked with me. And we saw improvement, even though we later lost the birds due to flood and many other challenges. But we saw challenges when we saw differences and good improvement when this second vet doctor came. So the vet doctor messed my project up. One, because I was too young to have what I had. He was jealous of me, of course. And that was it. Now my staff, should I tell you what staff did to me? Of course I will tell you, because your own staff will definitely do it to you. So maybe if you hear my story, you will learn how you will be able to deal with them. So one of my staff was stealing 4 crates of egg every day. 4 crates of eggs every day. As at that time, a crate of egg was 850 naira. Yeah, because cost of feeding too was cheap. So this guy was picking 4 crates every day. The other guy was stealing the birds themselves, like live chicken. He would steal it, tie their leg, and throw it to over my fence and go and sell until he was caught. The one that we discovered, he was selling 4 crates every day until he was caught. So that is one of the most heavy loss that I recorded on my farm. Now, if you're a newcomer into poultry business, how are you going to tackle vet doctor manipulation, staff cheating on your farm? This is a very difficult aspect. How are you going to tackle them? Number one, if I'm restarting my poultry farm again, I will not employ a vet doctor on my farm. I will be my vet doctor myself. Why? I've gotten the knowledge. I know most of the challenges that birds face. Now I can have a vet doctor as a consultant, and he will not even be coming to my farm except for critical reasons or challenges that I will face on the farm. I can go and meet him and explain to him through videos, pictures of the challenge I have on my farm. Let him recommend what we need to do. Then we'll do it. If there is maybe injection that he needs to come and do, then he can come. But I'll try as much as possible to avoid getting a vet doctor, like employing you to come and stay on my farm. It's hard, except the one that will come from a very reputable institution with good past record. Then I can get such a person. If not, they are not good people. And for staff, I'll pray for God to give me my real staff, because it's not everybody that will work for you. That is one thing you need to know as an entrepreneur. God have designed people that were ordained to work for you. Your goal is to pray for God to send them to you. If you don't have those kind of people, your vision will die. We have seen through many revelations, or let me say movement that have grown. The leaders die, but those movements continue. Is it Christianity, Islam, Buddhism, Judaism? Those top people that were founders of this religion, they had people that continue with this thing when they died. They died even because of them. So these are people that God have mandated that, look, you die with anything, don't go anywhere. I didn't have those kind of staff. So their goal was that let's come and steal from this boy. He's too small. So of course then I was just 26 or I think 25, 26 years, and I was handling a project that was worth billions. It was a threat to many people. You know how our people are. Now the fourth challenge that I faced or mistake I made was that I was not prepared for challenges. All my business plan was profit, and neglected that this such challenge, theft from farmers, airborne disease, fire outbreak, earthquake, flood, these are natural disasters that are bound to happen to any business anywhere. I was not prepared. If I was prepared, I would reserve money. Like, okay, if this fan crash today, everything dies in this bed, how am I going to restart or restock this business? I will save that money somewhere. I will save that money somewhere and be running this farm. I will know that I have a cash reserve. All the big companies you know in the world they have a lot of cash they keep for something else. So they are not using it now, but the cash is there. Go and study how much Apple has cash as reserve. Go and study how much most of the big companies you know, they have solid cash reserve. I did not. Now that cash is for challenges, because there are some challenges that will come. There is no time for you to go and raise funds from investors or go to the bank and start explaining yourself. You just go to your account and withdraw cash and settle such challenges. So for me, I was not prepared, and when the challenge hit, the farm went down. So as a beginner, if you're coming, be prepared for challenges. They are there. It's not to scare you, but you face them. So just be prepared. If your star steal all your eggs, what will you do? So how can you stop them? Okay, I will install CCTV cameras that will be watching everywhere. I will bring in security that will be monitoring everyone. I will make sure they give me police reports. I will make sure, all those things. They will give me good guarantors. They will sign agreement with me and undertaking. Those things will help preserve or prevent some of the challenges. You do insurance. Of course, I don't want to talk about insurance in Africa, but since people recommend, I will also recommend that you do insurance. I've done it. It's a stupid business. So the fifth mistake I made was that the whole project ran down because it was my fault. I used the wrong kind of funds. I keep knocking on this fund because many people, when they want to start, they know they don't have funds. They go and collect loan or get other people to invest. It's a very risky route. So when my business failed, if only it was just my personal money alone that failed, maybe I would have cried in my room for 1 week and then go back to my farm again. But because it was not my money, the pressure I faced, I cried for 3 years. Yes, 3 years I would just wake up and be crying in my room. From 2021 to 2023, I did not do any work. If I wake up, I will be crying in my room. At best, I read my books, I read my Bible, I pray. That was the only job I was doing. It was only God that was feeding me as at that time. Things were hard. But the people that I was owing, they couldn't understand that because to them, I have scanned their money, the challenges was much. So it was my fault, not theirs. It was not the fault of the bears. It was not the fault of the vet doctor or the fault of the staff that stole from me. It was my fault. I was not intelligent enough to know this is how to deal with staff. Now I've learned how to deal with staff. I even know how to hire staff. I know how to engage a vet doctor. So these are the few challenges or the mistake that I made that caused me to lose all my bears. And I lost my farm at the end of the day. But today I'm alive and I'm making this video to warn you. Don't just jump into poultry farming because you want to make money quick. You will make money, but you have to be prepared. Prepare yourself. Go for knowledge. Get good working team. And then launch your business. Start small. Don't go and start. Maybe you want to do 10,000. Go and buy 10,000 bears day one. You cry with them. Start small. You can be doing 3,000 per face. Then before you know, your farm will have a full capacity of 10,000 bears. So thank you so much for watching this video to the end. And if you're new here, you have not subscribed, subscribe to this channel. Stay connected. And maybe if you need a business plan for your poultry project, you can reach out to me on WhatsApp. Check the comment, the pin comment. My WhatsApp contact is there. Just let me know you need a business plan and I will draft it for you. If you want someone who can set up the farm for you, bring battery cage, give you maybe point of laying or day chicks and everything, I handle all of that for you and I help you to start a profitable and a sustainable poultry farm using my knowledge that I've gotten. Thank you so much. Stay connected to this channel. I remain Denison, your billionaire farmer.